Hey guys, what's up? It's Counter. Back again with another oj2 discussion. Today we are not going to be talking about a character, we are going to be talking about a mechanic. Today we are going to be talking about just guards. So let's get into it. So, just to do a quick explanation on just guards, let me do this real quick. Just guards are the parry mechanic in oj2. What they essentially allow you to do is that if you let go of block at the right time, you'll do a parry. Hold on, let me show you. Yeah, you can do them on the ground and in the air. In the air, it's like your only defensive option besides roll. Don't mind that. Okay, no, we'll do it again. There, like that. You get a little bit of meter, and you essentially get your turn back after you do it. So let me show you right here. Yeah, you essentially just immediately get your turn back, so you get rewarded. In the air, it looks like this. You land really quickly. You move really fast, and then you get your turn back. Yeah. Just guards are a pretty contentious topic in the community because it's that type of mechanic where you know someone's good if they can do it somewhat consistently. Even though it's not really that hard, most people just don't bother to learn it, or they just don't know it exists. So, if you didn't know just guards were as important as they are important at like decently like a mid to high level play. Just guards can get you out of a lot of situations, and they're honestly really fun to do. I can't even deny it. Doing just guards is really fun to do. But there are a plethora of problems with just guarding. I'll go over the stuff that I like about just guards first. But yeah, let's get into it. So one thing I'd like to note is that in the majority of arena fighters, when parries happen, the opponent gets stunned. But that's not what happens in OJ. You don't get stunned when you do it. You just lose your turn. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm comparing it. This is literally just a third strike parry. Like that's literally just what it is. It's the exact same thing, just plastered onto a different move. Like literally, you do your parry. The screen freezes for a quick second. You get a little bit of meter, and then you get your turn. If you whiff it in the air, you get punished, and then you get your ass whooped for it. It loses to grabs, just like in third strike. And shit like that. It's a risk reward option. The only thing that's different is that in third strike you don't have rolls in the air, or like some characters have specific character movement options. Like 12 has like an air glide. But yeah, a lot of characters just don't have a lot of movement air tools. So parries would be you jump in, try to parry whatever the fuck they're gonna do when they're trying to hit you in the air and shit. But yeah, just guards are essentially just a third strike parry. They are extremely lenient. They are pretty lenient, which is going to come bite it in its ass later. Um, but yeah, just guards are pretty fun, and I think they add a little layer of complexity to defense and offense, and just like when you can swing and when you can't swing. So yeah, I think the good part is that it's just pretty flashy, and it's also pretty good for spectators. Just guards are parries in general in any fighting game are pretty good for spectators that even understand the slightest bit about OJ or slightest bit about any fighting game. Of course, when you see a parry, you're like, oh, he parried that, he predicted that. It really just shows that you can like predict your opponent, and it makes pretty hype moments. Like the hypest moment in fighting game history is literally just a dude parrying something over and over and over and over and over again. But yeah. That's all the good things about just guards. So let's talk about the bad thing about just guards. So the main two problems with just guards, in my opinion, is that one, they are way too lenient, and they are way too non-committal. The problem with parries in this game is that, unlike third strike, you can actually just still be blocking. So, for an example, counter attacks. Just guards are pretty easy to actually like buffer. So you can actually block, like let go of block super early and still get it to come out. Like look, let me see if I can time this right. Like there are examples where you can actually just let go of shield like a second earlier and it'll actually beat. Obviously there's still a timing to it. If I could just not get hit. Alright, I got it this time. Like that. I let go of block super early. Like I didn't even time that shit. Like obviously I'm not timing that shit, kinda. Like, it's A lot lenient. It's pretty lenient. It's it's not really hard to fuck up after you get the timing down for certain attacks. So, you know, you can kind of just let that shit rock, and you know, you can just get it out, and it's pretty easy. That's one thing I don't really like about it. It should be harder. Um, it should be a lot harder, honestly, in my opinion. But what about air just guards, KO? What about air just guards? Air just guards, they actually put you in an animation, and you'd think that the animation would be like super easy to punish and stuff, but not really, not really. So you can actually roll decently fast and act out of just guard animations insanely quickly, which I think shouldn't happen. I think you should have a little bit more end lag after you do a just guard, so that way you can't just roll out of it and not commit to it. Obviously with ground just guards, you're tapping shield, so if you fuck it up, they're either worst case scenario getting hit, but the best case scenario you block it, or not best case, but medium case scenario is that you block it. And like the best case scenario is that you just guard it. So most of the time you are winning that risk reward, which means that there are ways where people just start camping with it, and in oj2 where there's no real incentive after a certain point to actually approach, they can just like camp and spam it and try and spam just guards. Most people aren't good enough to actually do it, so if they fuck it up, they fuck it up really hard. But after a while, after you get the timing down, you can pretty much do this whenever the hell you want. I'm not a just guard reliant player, so I don't know how to like really just guard everything. Like I gotta obviously just guard things. I've done them in videos before, so I'm not inept. And yeah, obviously there are some things that I like and dislike about it, but I have some hot takes on just guards that I think are probably going to get me a bit confused looks, honestly. But I think that I'll try and explain myself as best as possible. And if I don't, you can just disregard it. But yeah, here's just some of my hot takes about it. So I have this hot take that just guards themselves aren't insanely powerful. Just guards themselves aren't insanely powerful. It's just in a game where you can play insanely defensive. Um, in Third Strike, you're pretty much promoted to be aggressive and mix up your options and stuff. In OJ, you're not really meant to do that since there's not a lot of guard mixed up and pressure and stuff like that. There are certain characters that can shatter your guard, but there's certain characters that can't. Tatsu certainly cannot. It's ass. But yeah, I think that the game that it's built around isn't meant for just guards to really be as prominent as they thought they were. They give you a lot of reward. The meter gained from it seems minuscule at first, but at higher levels, that meter can literally decide whether you're killing someone or not. Um, but yeah, I think they're not super powerful. I mean, they're good. They're obviously a good mechanic, and obviously, yeah. But as you could see there, I still had to time it against Nomu Yellow, and I'd still fuck it up constantly. But yeah, I think that just guards aren't as insane as it seems. It's just that the game kind of builds it around being passive enough so that way it looks way worse than it actually is. Yeah, I think that just guards are just guards are cool. I like them. I like them. I like them more than most parry mechanics because in arena fighters they just straight up stun you and take away player agency from the other person. In OJ, there's actually a slight chance someone fucks it up. Someone fucks up their punish, and then that gives them more opportunity to actually like make something and get themselves around. Maybe you just guard, they roll, and then they just guard, and then you're like playing this DBFZ ass battle shit, and it's pretty fun. I really like it. This is more of an opinionated take right here. I just like just guards because I think they look cool, and I think they're a cool, neat mechanic. I think in order to make just guards not as strong is that you need to make it so that way the timing on it is stricter, and they like you can keep the animation for the air one, right? But if you whiff it, that's when you like go into like this recovery and not be able to immediately roll out of it or immediately like attack after it and stuff like that. But yeah, that's really all I had to say about just guards. Sorry if this was a short video. I don't really have much to say on this topic because just guards are not as explored, and I could really just boil this down to shitty third strike parry if I wanted to. But yeah, that's really all I had to say about just cards. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.